listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumpin' where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostag. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly die, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
That's the biggest thing right now. Just stay together, keep fighting, keep competing, get back to work on Monday.
The offensive rebounds, they kill on boards again tonight. But they do it.
I think in general, more physicality. You know, we can watch every clip in this room, and they'd all look different for a number of reasons. You know, and it's not just boxing out. It's an awareness to go get it. It's an awareness to, you know, fly back in rotations. Like, you know, part of the board tonight is we're in rotation so much, so we're left with one on the board, you know, or two at times, and they crash basically all their guys. So they're crashing from everywhere. Some of these are you're just down numbers. It's a numbers game, and then some of them are physically you got to go hit somebody and go get it. Sometimes there's an unlucky bounce, but in general, you know, you don't want to give up 30. I think second chance points, right? It's 30 second chance points. Could we have cut that in half as a team? Yeah, I think so. You know, now I got to go back and watch all of them. I can't give you an answer on all 30 points, but it was a combination of a number of things that led to 30. But what do we control? It's our physicality and boxing out and having great effort there. And I'm assuming half of those probably could have been avoided. But, you know, I'll have a clearer picture after watching it.
I was going to say, to that point, they started the game, I think, with a lot of offensive rebounds. Last night it was 7. Tonight it was 10 in that first quarter. Is intentional physicality something maybe your team still needs to learn? Like, is there something that's not there present yet with this team? Because it seems they find something later on in the game.
Defensive rebound has been an issue for us since Valanciunas left. You know, bottom line, I think we lost that presence, that size, that physicality on the board. And little by little, we've been trying to chip away at the defensive rebound. This isn't a new phenomenon that, you know, the board has been an issue for us all year. It was an issue for us all last year. And you're right. Like, there's got to be a physical presence to this thing. And it takes 5 guys. We don't have one guy that's just going to go gobble up every rebound. We don't have that guy. It's got to be a collective effort where you're in front of guys and you're boxing out and you're hitting, and it's a gang rebounding mentality. We had some more of those possessions in the second half. And we had 6'10" guys going to get rebounds finally, and 6'8" guys going to get rebounds finally. But in general, that's got to be a mentality overall. We get away with it many nights because they don't crash all 5, or they're not as good an offensive rebounding team as this one. I thought we were pretty good against Houston. I think we were decent against Dallas. So we've had moments where we've shown that we can do it better. We just got exposed these last 2 nights, and we got to be better there.
What can you say about that effort in the second half? Because despite all those offensive rebounds, and they also hit a lot of threes in that first half, but really down to
yeah, the resiliency was there, the toughness, the fight was there. I got to give our guys credit for that. They never dropped the sword. They kept fighting. You know, we could have executed better down the stretch, but I think we were right there in that game. You know, it could have gone in a 1-possession game, 4 minutes to go. I'll take that with this group any night. Now we just got to go close and be better down the stretch. So, you know, we got to get better in these moments, especially last 3-4 minutes, executing with the team that, this is new for this group right here. I got 2 rookies out there with Sadiq and Murphy out there, and we got to close a little bit better. But I love the fight. I love the tenacity, the grits there. So I can't knock our group for that.
To kind of continue that same thing, how tough is it when you give up 20+ offensive rebounds and 20+ 3-pointers, just not being able to slow them down in either category?
That's a problem. It's a problem. You're gonna give up points like we did tonight. But we still, all that being said, we still had a shot to win the game. It's a 1-possession game. Through all that, we battled our tails. We got enough buckets down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Obviously, Trey, made some big shots, got us back in that game. And but we got to do a better job at the 3-point line. I think the issue I'm going to have watching the film is Gillespie's threes in the first half, similar to Klay Thompson in the Dallas game. He was on their scouting report. He was a hot shooter. He should have got no threes, and we gave him threes. We talked about the offensive board being the number 1 key defensively. We didn't get it done. So that's on us. We got to get better there. But the fight was there.
And one silver lining having Trey, Z, and Queen all go for 20+. What do you think that process has been like, finding ways to have all of those guys kind of flourish where it doesn't feel as much as like your turn, my turn type of thing?
That's the goal. It's a challenge with this group. This is new for everybody, trying to figure out how to play amongst each other. I think we're finding some footing there. They're all unselfish players, so that's a positive, but it's at least moving in the right direction. Those guys playing off one another, on ball, off ball. I think we got to figure that out, where we go into game 2, how we execute better down the stretch with those 3 in general. But to me, offensively, we had 16 assists. That's the issue. We had 21 last night, 16 tonight. I think we missed, we're at like 20, 21 layups at the rim that we missed. We missed 17 free throws last night. Those are areas that we got to clean up and be better, but we got to kick it out as well. We got to shoot more threes when we get downhill and not take such tough shots. But again, I'll watch the film and see how many of those could have been kicked out more. My sense watching it is that the ball was not being kicked out enough. We were taking too many tough ones. But we did miss 21 at the rim. So we just got to be better in all phases.
When you mentioned the rebounding when it comes to like the physicality, the instinctual thing, and all that part of it, is that something that can kind of be addressed in practice and worked on in that area?
Yeah, I'll never say you can't work on rebounding. I think there's a theory, and I have a little theory, and sometimes it's a little bit of a basically rebounders rebound. Like they just, you either have those guys or you don't. But I'm not going to buy into that. I think you can work at it. I think it's a habit. If you go back to the summer and training camp and all those, drills that you do, there's got to be a physical presence. They didn't rebound the ball like that last year, if my memory served me right. They're a much better rebounding team this year, Phoenix, at least on the offensive board. So it's an identity piece of theirs. They're more physical. They're more aggressive. They're more intentional about going after rebounds. We got to be the same. We're trying to flip this on the fly, defensive rebounding and offensive rebounding. But I'll never say you can't work at it and get better. There's just got to be intention put on it, accountability put on it, pride put on it, and be more consistent in that area.
If you go back to the closing real quick, they have Devin Booker. He closed last 2 nights. What would you like to see from your group? Or is it just something that has to happen kind of organically because you do have 2 rookies?
It's a work in progress. Booker's been doing this for a number of years. This is not new to Booker. He's been doing this for, I don't know, at least the last 5+ years, where he's closed in end of game situations where he's very comfortable in those moments. We're trying to do with a group that's new. It's new for Murphy. It's new for, the rookies. Z's obviously been in these moments closing, so we got to trust that. So I think just in general, we just got to execute better down the stretch. We're trying to find that balance of playing fast and then executing the set. Who are we going to? What are we calling? And in that 5-game run, we did a good job closing. I think we're the second best fourth quarter team in December. We're close to that. Our last 10 games, there was execution there. I'd say these last 2 games, Booker looked a little bit more comfortable in those moments. Same thing for us. I'm trusting us. I think we're growing in those areas. I think I've seen it. I have evidence of that in that 5-game winning streak where we've done a good job closing. Tonight probably wasn't our finest moment, but I think we did enough. We at least had some good looks down the stretch that we just didn't knock down as well. And then obviously last night, 17 free throws, So, but get back together and get ready to go for Monday. Not yet. I have not seen that. Good. Thanks, everybody.
All right, for all things Pelicans, now tuned in the Pelican post-game report. Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all for being in the stream. Pelicans scorched by Suns 123-114. They're now just that quick. The Pelicans have dropped 3 straight games. That's 2 to the Suns and 1 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. 3-game losing streak just that fast. And not a good fashion, man. This is a bad look for the Pelicans in my estimation. Missing as many free throws we did on Friday and then coming into this game and not be able to split with the Suns it's just very disappointing. Obviously, the Suns, when clutch moments of the game arise, the Suns play through their star power consistently. They run a consistent game plan. They're able to get the shooters open. They are physical when they need to. They got guys that need to that offensive rebound and hang around the rim and make things happen. This is something I often talked about the Pelicans and offensive rebounding and all this other kind of stuff. And in this series, man, it really showed. We just got outperformed, man, across the board. Shout out to you guys for being in the stream. Y'all do us the service by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. DC, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well, man. It's feeling like a job tonight, though. After watching these 2 horrible showings of the Pelicans, man, basically get their ass handed to them the same way twice, and I feel like how you felt yesterday. Now, after seeing them give up 24 points in the first half, second chance points, man, it's just ridiculous the rebounding, man. And that second quarter was just atrocious, and we could never recover, man. They got their ass handed to them in the second quarter. They fought in the first, and pretty much all other quarters too. You can find a lot of things they didn't do correctly in between those other 3 quarters, but it really was that second quarter and the 3-point shooting, man, second chance points, and just seeing this and hearing Borrego talk, man, it's just giving me a little deja vu of the Willie Green era, man. It's just all too calm, and that there wasn't real am I tripping, or they didn't even mention the thing with Jose? Like they didn't even ask him a question about that.
Not sure about the Jose thing, but yeah, what's the mention? And when Borrego did collect a tech in the game, he didn't like some of the officiating.
I mean, I just like to see where's the what Lex used to always say when Barbara. Where's the violence? This play with speed and violence. I just want to see some emotion, I guess invoked a little bit, or maybe not emotion invoked, but I just would like to see that they're angry about losing. Like, you shouldn't lose back to back on your home floor against any team. You should be able to steal one, unless you're playing like, the OKC Thunder, stuff like that, a few asterisks for us. But you should be able to take one. We dropped the ball on the first one, and we pretty much lose the same way, on the next one.
Well, how this sound? Mike, sound okay?
Yeah, you good now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is like I said, man, it's one of the situations like we talked about Borrego doing a good job turning this team around. But we don't have much. It's a lot that we need to learn, man, with this team. The talent is obviously there, the will to want to do it, the consistency is not. We can't do it in frequency enough to sustain winning at a level as we do it consistently. We're terribly inconsistent. We're not picking up what we need to pick up. The compound wins, in the era, it's the margin of error for us losing these games and going on these streaks is counterproductive at this point. So much losing early on in the season, you kind of losing that window of opportunity. You have to be able to stop the losing streaks. If you do lose, maybe one loss here or there. But now with all of this other stuff, we got to pivot and we got to start putting stuff together productively. Both of these games were well within the Pelicans' stratosphere to win if they play consistently. I'm talking about simple stuff like the first game, hitting the free throws. I mean, this is ridiculous. Coming off the holidays, we rusty, ate too much turkey, all this bull crap, which is ridiculous because professionals, they don't show up to games like that. Especially when you're trying to win and establish something, you don't show up sloppy and garbage and all this kind of stuff and missing whatever it was. Many free throws. This is repulsive. You hit the great majority of those, you win that game on Friday. You come into this game, and I think they would have given you a much tougher performance. But still tonight, the Pelicans still should have won this game as well. They were within distance of winning this game, and just the will. The Suns just wanted both games more. Do you know how incredibly disrespectful that is for a team to come into your building? And the bulk of the Pelicans' wins have been because they have played at home and beat you in back-to-back games in your own building. Do you know how ridiculous that is? And to understand that, and you have the majority of your star power available to you, and you allow a Phoenix Suns team, which is not a juggernaut, to come into your building and beat you back-to-back in your building. One of which you missed 17. What was it, DC? 17 free throws.
17 free throws, man.
And then tonight you had the game, you couldn't close, and you got guys that's not supposed to be taking shots. What is Sadiq Bey taking shots for in the middle of the game when we're supposed to be playing through the star? When the games get really iffy, you need to start playing through the force. They're playing through the correct people, and that's the problem I see when things get shaky. The Pelicans missing, taking stupid jump shots, taking dumbass 3-pointers, and then there's not. I'm looking. I'm saying, where is it? Find Zion and play through Zion. That's not a matchup there.
Well,
for him.
Big Q, they do find Zion and play through him, but the lack of
not consistent enough, bro.
The lack of creativity on how they use him, man. Like a lot of times we see Zion, like tonight, man. He gets the ball, he drives, and then four people crowd him. He finds somebody to pass it to, like you said, to pass to Yves, and he fumbling the ball all over the place. Can't catch.
He turned it over. Yeah, he can't catch shit.
But
I'm saying the gravity.
For somebody to shoot it, and they might not be Trey or somebody. They're a little tentative on shooting, so they dribbling and trying to see what they can reset. It's not a very, I guess, well refined, thought out plan on how they want to attack, and everybody being able to get the ball in their spots and do what they need. And getting the ball to Zion, man, we need more shooting. We need more 3-point shooting, bro.
Well, I mean, you got Poole, you got Trey, you got
Poole is shooting like probably 20% on the year right now. So until he can get it going, I mean, what did he have? Like 1 point tonight or something crazy? When I looked at his stats, he had like 1 point.
It was something ridiculous, man. But the bottom line is also,
if he was playing good, we still need more shooting. We just don't have enough shooting. Sadiq Bey, he could hit a few. He's not really a shooter. Fears, I think, is going to turn into a shooter, but he's not.
He's not a shooter.
I love what I seen from Queen tonight, taking some threes, but that's new to him, expanding this game. PV's another guy learning how to shoot. Like, we don't have any solidified 3-point shooters other than Trey Murphy, man. I mean, he had six threes tonight, and you take away his six. Man, you take away his 6, and
you hit 3.
We look horrible tonight.
You take away 6 3-pointers from Trey, you left with 3 because they went only 9 of 27 tonight.
And no
but outside of that, the defense.
We always hitting maybe anywhere from 7 to 9 threes, man. That's their thing.
Granted, but that's also the other side of the coin that I wanted to get to as well. Outside of just talking about the offensive ineffectiveness, the defensive side, the inability to guard the 3-point shooter, knowing on the scouting report that you got guys that are known to shoot threes, massive threes, and not covering them correctly, where we stop these guys from doing what they're supposed to do. We knew all about Gillespie. We knew about the previous 3-point shooters that we faced. Pelicans do a super garbage job of locking on and not allowing these guys to kill them because, like you said, you make a good point about the amount of 3 points the Pelicans shoot. They can't get into a 3-point war with the Phoenix Suns. They comfortable there. So it's just a number of things, but the ultimate thing is just allowing a team to come into your building and beat you in back-to-back home games in a place that you're supposed to be galvanized and winning in. To me, that is ultimately disrespectful, so disrespectful. And I just like, where's the pride here, man? Where's the pride to take this shit from these people, man, and handle your business? Suns came in here, they punched the Pelicans in the face, they punched them in the stomach, and they kicked them in the ass on the way out. So they improve. They improve. We go to, what's that record now? 8-25, now 6-14 in the road in the dome. I mean, in the Smoothie King Center. Then, of course, we got the Knicks, which we'll face on Monday night. But let's hit the stats before we kind of get too far into it. DC, I clear the runway for you to land. 38 of 87 by the Pelicans tonight for 44%, 9 of 27 from downtown for 33%. The Suns, by contrast, the Suns shot 44 3-pointers and hit 20 of them for 45%. So they spiked. Now the Pelicans did improve the free throws, in which they missed 17 the night before. This time around, they went to the line 33 times and converted 29 of 33 for 88%. So that was something they focused on and improved greatly over versus 13 of 19 by the Suns. So they did get better there. The rebounds, still Suns way 55-43, 14 offensive rebounds by the Pelicans, 22 offensive rebounds by the Suns tonight. 22 offensive rebounds.
30 second chance points, Big Q.
That's horrible, bro.
So
22 offensive rebounds. That's menacing, bro. That's just terrible. 16
that's
assists.
Some teams' defensive rebounds on a bad night, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. You get another few of them. They were 11 off from catching their defensive rebounds. 22 offensive rebounds by the Suns tonight versus 14 by the Pels. The Pelicans had 16 stinking trifling assists tonight versus 26 by the Suns. 11 of 7 steals. Pels way 7-3 blocks. Way the Suns way. They did keep the turnovers relatively down. 13 points given up. 13 turnovers giving up 17 points versus 17 turnovers by the Suns giving up 23 points. And man, fast break game. Suns 19-15. Points in the paint battle is 56-44 Pels way. The largest lead Pels had was 4 versus the Suns 13 in the matchup. Individual statistics to talk about in this matchup, man. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff to work on, and for the Pelicans, man. And it's just more of the same, bro. 24 points by Trey Murphy. He led the effort in 37 minutes. For Trey, 24. He was 6 of 12 from the field. He hit 6 out of 9 from downtown. He was perfect from the foul line, 6 for 6. 6 rebounds by him tonight. The next star up, 22 from Zion in 29 minutes. He was very efficient, 8 of 11 from the field, and he did hit 6 of 8 from the foul line, 4 rebounds. He did have 4 turnovers, but he also had 2 steals and a block to go along with that 22 points. 21 for Derek Queen in 27 minutes, 7 of 15 from the field. He was 2 of 4 from downtown, 5 of 6 from the foul line. He finished with a double-double night, 21 points, 11 boards, and 3 assists. He had 4 turnovers as well. 17 from Sadiq Bey in 33 minutes, 5 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from downtown, 7 of 8 from the foul line, 5 rebounds for Sadiq Bey. Bryce McGowan's 24 minutes, not a damn point. 0 points for Bryce McGowan's. I don't know what's up with Bryce McGowan's, man. He looked like shit the last couple of games.
The starting lineup, man. It's over.
Yeah.
I don't care who the PV, Jordan Hawkins, it's just a bad omen at this point, man. We've never won a game with him in the starting lineup, man. So they gotta move on from that shit if Herb not ready Monday.
Yeah, because this is, and DC, let me finish up on the stat line, bro. But you make a point, because Bryce McGowan's has not, he's played, he had a few defensive stands tonight doing in the game, but not enough to rep for. The first game, the Friday game, he was shit, man. He's playing heavy, 24 minutes, but not giving the point. 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 1 from downtown, 1 assist, a turnover. That's laughable numbers, man. Bryce McGowan's have to hit the bench again and earn his minutes again, bro. Because
he plays good defense, Q. I gotta give him that. Defensively,
not Friday, and not enough for me to mention his defense
I
tonight.
mean,
DC, sorry.
he was on Devin Booker a lot of time, man, and Devin Booker didn't have huge games either night. But I mean, he still looked like D Book. But I mean, he was like 6 for 16 tonight. So I understand what Borrego is doing, putting him out there. But I'm just looking at it's like since Herb went down, the starting unit is just they don't have any continuity really, man. It almost takes them like maybe till the middle of the first quarter before they can kind of get going a little bit. Definitely when Zion get out there, but it's just not working, man. As far as him fitting that unit, well, we went on a winning streak and they were actually executing. We said a lot of things about Herb. A lot of people have been hard on him, but I mean, he's a hell of a lot better than Bryce McGowan's. Offensively, his game was coming along, and he was a big part of that 5-game winning streak that we went on. And you put Bryce in there, and it's just the offense has completely stalled out with our starters, man. And he's almost a little too timid to take shots, and the hesitation to me of him just thinking, should I shoot or should I not? I don't know if he's trying to make sure everybody gets their proper shot attempts or what it is, but everything feels like he's hesitating, man, on these attempts. And
yeah, we talked about that last game, DC, how he drives and then looks to kick as opposed to score. And once you get the ball and you drive and put pressure on Booker to guard, you do something, make him work on the defensive end. And that's something that Bryce McGowan's, you're right, it is timid. He's very timid out there, and I don't like it. We don't need a timid off guard right there. We need somebody that's going to attack. If you're going to be one of the guys that guard Book on, in the game, you make them work defensively. That's all I'm saying. Because a lot of times when you make these guys work defensively, it takes a little bit out of the offensive bag. So I mean, it's regardless or not. Book had 30 yesterday, and he put up in this game 20 points in this game. So I mean, regardless or not, man, we need better production from that spot, man. Jeremiah Fierce had 18 points and 8 rebounds and 2 assists in 34 minutes.
19 shots.
Right off of 19 shots. So, and of course, off the bench, man, outside of Zion, I mentioned, not too much to talk about offensively. Jose Alvarado got in a fight. He got thrown out of there.
Yeah, he punched the shit out of Williams, man, with his soft ass. Williams soft, man.
Yeah, Williams
he was up there throwing. He should have. Jose punched the shit out of him.
He probably even feel that shit, man.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at Williams, bro. I just think Williams not like that. He just looks soft, man.
Oh shit!
I think he probably felt it. He just looks soft. He don't look like a dude that fight to me.
I don't know, bro.
He was throwing punches like a girl.
I think he spared. He spared.
I don't
Jose.
think so. I don't think he
could have fell on Jose.
Hold on, man. Let me see if I find.
Jose. DC,
can I put up
all you have to do is slap at Jose and he falling on the ground holding his leg. You know how that goes.
I ain't trying to hear all that shit. They
you hear
all
that?
the punches, and the cleanest connecting punch I seen came from Jose. He punched the shit out that dude in his face.
And what he did he drop him?
No, he ain't drop him, Q.
Okay, let's what we talking about here, bro.
Everybody he punched the 7-footer. Everybody ain't heavy-handed like you.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That didn't hurt.
Gotta be dead by 100 paper cuts, man. You know that. But
dead by 100 paper cuts, yes indeed.
You gotta time him just right on that chin.
Well, you said he got a good shot on him. He didn't do nothing, bro. He hit a 7-footer. Man didn't go nowhere.
Nah, he felt it, bro. Like he hit him. That dude's head went back and everything, and his eyes went open. He felt it. Jose hit him.
That boy ain't going nowhere, man. Cut it out.
Man, you crazy.
That boy ain't go nowhere, man. That boy stood up there and took that little Jose mouse punch, man. That didn't do nothing to that boy.
He punched Jose. He punched Jose like 3 or 4 times. They were so soft. Like he was just throwing barely.
He wasn't trying to hurt him, bro. He wasn't trying to hurt old Jose, man. Jose went running off to the locker room.
I don't think that's Jose was running to the other side to try to go catch him in the tunnel so he could finish beating his ass. That would have looked like to me. Okay. I'm just saying, man. When you watch it, like dude can't fight, bro. If they let him fight,
Williams ain't fight. Obviously, Williams is not.
He don't get him and hug him and or throw his weight on him or pick him up body, something like that, they actually throwing hands, Jose will get with him.
Hey, DC, that's right. Take up for your cousin, bro.
I'm just
All right.
telling you
Anyway,
what I
he
saw.
finished four. DC, can I finish the stat read, bro?
Can
While you
anybody
give
put in the
Sean,
comment what they saw? Am
say,
I
bro,
wrong?
bro, it don't matter, man. We lost. You talking about Jose hitting a
Well, we
7-footer,
won the
man.
goddamn fight, Q. Come on, let's be
You
positive
didn't
and
win
happy about
nothing.
something.
You didn't. No,
We
be
got punched
happy
in the
about a
face.
win.
We got them ejected, and they couldn't get
Be
second
happy about a
chance.
win,
They
DC. You
couldn't
worry
get
about
second
Jose.
chance points no more. It was
You
a
worry
good
about
move,
Jose
man.
sneaking Mark Williams. Ain't nothing became of it.
No, he got
We
him
still
ejected.
lost the game. It wasn't a spark. Nothing happened of it. You still lost the game.
He got them ejected, and they only had 6 second chance points in
How'd
the
the game
second
end?
half because Jose punched that dude in the face, got both of them ejected, and got him out the game.
And what happened? Did you win the game?
We lost, but Jose did his
Okay.
part, man. Jose the MVP tonight, man. He did his
No.
part.
Man, boy, you with this moral victory bullshit, man. They
Hey,
lost
no,
the
I
game.
ain't no more victory. I'm just glad to see
Ain't nothing
somebody.
you can glean for that,
I'm
man.
just
Come
glad
on.
to see somebody get punched down, and it wasn't my team for
And nobody got
man, well,
punched down. Somebody got punched. Nobody got downed. The man didn't drop the man. Won't you cut it out? Won't you stop it? The man hit the man, and nothing happened.
somebody 5'9" get a clean shot on you, and you 7 feet tall,
And
man.
nothing happened, man. The boy didn't lose his he didn't hit the ground. None of that, man.
He lost his dignity. He ain't landed.
He lost his dignity, and they won the
He didn't
game,
land a
DC.
clean punch.
If anybody lost their dignity, it was the Pelicans, man, getting beat in back-to-back home games in their own damn building. You gonna talk about dignity? Come
How
on,
the
brother.
Pelicans gonna lose their dignity? They ain't had none.
Oh.
What you talking about?
You won. You beat me there. No, you're absolutely right.
They didn't lose, man. We lost that shit like the second week of the season. It was gone, bro.
That's right. That's right.
You
got me on that one, bro.
We're trying to regain it.
You got me on that one, bro. You're right. They don't have no dignity, man. There you go. All right. So anyway, DC, 14 points for Jordan Poole, yo dog. 1 point, 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 3 from downtown.
Became my dog. What's the backstory behind this?
1 for 1 from the foul. He got the way he connected DC. He got a free throw.
Everybody that's light skinned is got a connection.
I didn't mention anything about light skin, brother. I didn't say nothing. All right. So anyway, that's what it is, man. And on the other side, man, Devin Booker led his people. 20 points from him, 18 from Brooks, 15 from Royce O'Neal, 17 from Colin Gillespie. Colin lit him up. He was 5 for 7. Chief Gillespie, son. He hit 5 or 7 and lit the Pelicans up. Obviously, the Pelicans don't read those scouting reports. They tell you you're not supposed to let shooters like Colin Gillespie, the Chief's son, light you up like that. And that's 2 straight losses, back-to-back home games. Pelicans fall down 8-20. They're 8-25 right now. DC, go ahead. The floor is yours, bro.
Yeah, it's almost it's just painful to watch sometimes, man. Especially the Gillespie dude, man. I mean, he was like, it was a point in the game. He was like 6 for 6. No, 5 for 5. He wasn't 6 for 6.
That boy, DC, there was a point where I said, "Who the fuck this boy think he is Steph Curry?" Bruh. This dude was pulling up, taking shots like this dude. They got this boy thinking he's Steph Curry or somebody.
But my thing be just the amount of wide open attempts. Him and Roy, I'm like, bro, how many times you don't read the scouting report? You don't know, like, okay, they're a possible shooter. And if they got it going, we might not want to leave them open. They just keep doing the same thing over and over again, man. And like I called it with Cleveland. I said, man, we better hope Sam Merrill, whatever the damn dude name is, he went at this same shit Gillespie did with Cleveland, bro. And we come here with the Suns, and you got this. We better be glad Grayson wasn't here. He dropped 40 on our ass the same way. So it's like, we're still a unintelligent team, man. Maybe we play a little too much 2K instead of looking at the scouting report and studying that or something. Maybe if they can implement that into the game, we could be better off. But looking at the statistics from the Suns before I get to the Pels ain't really nothing too much exciting other than Trey and Zion. Roy, O'Neal, and Gillespie, man, basically won them the game, bro. You held Devin Booker to 6 for 18 on 20 attempts. He got to the free throw line 8 times, and boy, it was a struggle because at least about 2 of them trips to the free throw line wasn't even warranted. You know, he barely got touched. But they went out, man, and they executed. And then you got a dude, Goodwin. He comes off the bench and gives them 16 points as well. So the Suns, they just wanted it more. But statistically, shout out to DQ. You know, it was his birthday tonight. So birthday dude, man, showed up. You know, two 3-pointers from DQ, man. That was very exciting to see because I remember one play earlier. I think Zion drove and he kicked it to him. And he was like wide open right there. Not quite the corner. I forget what you call that spot in between the corner and the top of the 3-point line. But he was right there. And I'm like, man, shoot it. He passed it. But they had a few more possessions later. He came down, same situation, man. He took it and he hit it. You know, I'm like, okay, so DQ could hit more than just corner threes. And he got another one in a similar situation and hit that one too. And, you know, he showed up on the boards, man. And it's crazy to me. This, looking at the statistics individually, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. The best rebounders on our team tonight, Q, was guess what, who? Both our rookies. And you had Yves there tied with Jeremiah Fears. Jeremiah Fears had 8 rebounds with Derek Queen and Yves Messi, man. On a team that was handing it to us on the boards, man. We got to do better as a team rebounding. I'm glad the rookie showed up. You expect Derek Queen to grab a lot of rebounds, 27 minutes at the center's position. You expect Yves to get 8, 21 minutes. But like these are the youngest people on our team getting the boards, man. What a grown men at? What's up with Sadiq tonight, man? We needed more than 5 boards out of you, brother. Even though he dropped 17, had a pretty solid night. You know, Trey did his thing, man. His efficiency is crazy. Just wish we could make better use of the awesome game he had tonight statistically, offensively. 24 points on 12 shots is nuts. And this is becoming a consistent thing for him, man. So you do got some positive signs here. Obviously, Zion doing what Zion does, man. 22 points, 29 minutes. So you're seeing the minutes creep up, man. It's probably going to be a matter of time before they go back to him in the starting lineup. You could see it as soon as Monday if Herb's still not ready. Zion is consistent with the free throws too, man. 6 for 8 again tonight. So very encouraging. And you got the man of the hour, Jose, set the tone, definitely bringing energy, him and Yves Messi too. Got to give him a shout out with the 8 rebounds, man. Those 2 guys, I think in their roles and what they're capable of doing, did what they could to try to put the game in the reach. The fight that Jose got into did change the momentum. You know, the team went on a run after that. We actually wind up taking the lead, which we hadn't had since like the first quarter after the fight. So he got their best rebounder ejected. So smart move by Jose, man. Hopefully they don't find him well, obviously they're gonna find him. Don't find him too much or suspend him for a whole bunch of games because you're definitely probably looking at some type of suspension when you throwing blows. Maybe it's just a game or 2. And then the disappointment of the whole night, man. Jordan Poole, bro. Like he had this weird game last time against the Suns. What are the Suns? His kryptonite or something? Then he goes out tonight, man, and he only has 1 point. 1 point, 1 rebound, 3 assists. I understand last night he had a wild game, and the idea would be to like calm him down or rail him in so he doesn't take these erratic shots in the fourth in a close game and stuff like that. But man, it just he went from one extreme to the other. So I don't know what the hell going on with Jordan Poole right now. It was looking very promising, him coming back from injury. Obviously, he's still rusty. I know he hasn't shot well this season, but he ain't a 20% 3-point shooter. I expect him to improve at some point, man. But he need to figure out this rut and kind of get out of it, man. So you got all this going on DQ's birthday, man. We definitely should have been able to get the dub tonight for the young fella, man, so he could have celebrated in the fashion that he should. His 21st birthday actually becoming legit and legal. And this grown man showed up tonight because he grabbed him 11 boys. So shout out to him, man. If I had I guess anything to be positive about, it'd be him, Trey, and Zion.
And Fierce.
No, I'm not positive.
Overall,
I'm not positive about Fierce tonight. I'm okay with him having 18 points. But
I'm talking about overall.
I'm glad that he got the rebounds, but like 18 points on 19 shots is not impressive to me. Some of them were like, what are them end of the shot clock shots that he had to jack it up. I get that. He played better than last game, but to me, Fierce is still in the rut, man. I've seen him play at a higher level than this, but I guess if you want to give him a shout out for his start,
I'm gonna give him a shout out. He put up 18 points tonight.
Shots, though, man.
Well, I mean, still in all, he did. I mean, that's still better than what the hell your $30 million point guard did. A 1 point on a free throw.
That's horrible.
But we not. But I'm gonna not get a rookie some love. You damn right. I'm gonna get a rookie some love.
He didn't. I just thought he did.
He wasn't spectacular like Queens was, but I'm still gonna.
He ain't deserve.
No, he ain't getting no criticism. You can understand. He's still a rookie. You can see the improvement in the young fella, man.
But it wasn't.
He definitely
lovely,
gonna get better.
Man. He gotta keep improving, man. But it's better than last game, so I definitely give him props for that.
Right.
I think he's gonna be great, but
I'm still gonna give. I'm still gonna give. It's progress. That's right. It's a step. That's better than what I could say about Poole's 1 point at the free throw line, man. That's just not gonna cut it, man.
That shit unexcusable. Rusty, not rust. That shit is just weird, man.
That's not good, man.
Absolutely not. We down all game. We need a spark, and you take 3 shots. Maybe he's hurt or something. It's just weird, man.
There's no excuse for 1 point, dog. Weird, you play that many minutes.
He didn't even try. He only took 3 shots.
Yeah. No, man. That's not how.
Borrego saw like how he was going, and he just set him, man. He set him back down, bro. He said, "All right, it just ain't your night."
Man.
Maybe they were planning on sending him out because last game he was they had to upgrade him from doubtful to probable and all of that. He do have some type of injury dealing with. I don't know if it's
Professor Blackstock said he had more than McGowan.
Damn, god damn. Maybe that was the point. Maybe that was the point. You think John Poole could possibly be pissed about being on the bench, especially
I think he just had a bad game.
No, you didn't let me finish. I said especially
about to say some bullshit
after Herb Jones got hurt. Maybe he felt like after Herb got hurt,
he should have got in there.
Lineup. And I can't say I disagree with him. He can't do worse than Bryce, but I know why Bryce.
You agreeing with yourself?
Defensively.
You agreeing with yourself?
What are you talking about?
You just said, it kind of.
I'm just assuming Jordan Poole. I'm just assuming Jordan Poole is upset about it.
Well, I mean,
he's okay with being a 6th man, but over Bryce McGowan's, I don't think he's feeling that.
I mean you got to open some kind of. I'm open to any suggestion in terms of how a man that get paid that kind of money that play as many minutes as he did tonight only turns in 1 point. He did lead the game with an injury.
The last game on my head, that shit was wild, bro. The last game was wild. How he ended that game, and then he come this game, and he only take 3 shots and score 1 point. Man.
1 point.
I'm going on, bro. It's just weird. Bro.
Well, we're gonna learn, bro, because that's the stuff that started happening when you start losing, man. When you start losing games and all the nastiness that was the winning was hiding when everybody was happy, we'll start seeing some of that. Yes, indeed, you start seeing it, man. So anyway, let's transition, man, to the next game. We got the New York Knicks on Monday, man. Knicks are a 22-9 squad, then 6-7 on the road. This will be December the 29th, 7 p.m. tip-off time. in the Smoothie King Center. Jay Brunson it will be in the building. Big Cat will be in the building for what's going to be a very difficult matchup. DC, if you could please, you can get that screen up. Um, this is going to be interesting, man, because the matchup indicator is giving the Pelicans 25% chance to win this game in their own building. Just like that, the Pelicans have found themselves in a midst of a 3-game losing streak just that quick, and it happens. We know Herb is supposed to return on that game. That's what they're saying, that Herb's supposed to be back by the 29th. We're not certain of that. It would be nice to have Herb Jones back in the game. Um, the Knicks, they're an interesting team, man. They're 3-2 over the last 5 games. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. They defeated the team that we lost to, Cleveland, 126-124 back on Christmas Day, and then of course they toppled the Atlanta Hawks team in the highest scoring affair, 128-125 tonight. And of course, they're on a 2-game winning streak. The Pelicans on a 3-game slide. I mean, we gotta stop this, man. This is I wanted us to at least split with the Suns, but the Pelicans, man, gotta stop the losing. They're gonna have to figure out what to do and come up with some answers quick for Monday and stop the bleed, man, because we got some 3 really interesting games coming up this upcoming week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We started off with the Knicks, and man, listen, it's not gonna be pretty. Let's preview this, DC. Go ahead, you got the floor.
Yeah, man. This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. We don't have an answer. Thank for Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns, but the Knicks are just a complete team, top to bottom. And Jalen Brunson, it's a lot like the SGA thing. So I anticipate him having a big game against us. I mean, every time we play Jalen Brunson, he pretty much kind of did what he wanted to do. Such a talented player. And then we facing them right now, man. Our confidence is kind of shot. I don't think this is the type of medicine you're looking for. Playing a New York Knicks team who's 22-9. But if you had to catch them any type of way, the majority of their losses do come on the road, as you can see, that they're 6-7 away. So it's very possible for us to get a dub, man. I don't know what version of this team is going to show up, man. Because if I see what I saw tonight, well, they're still unserious about just simple stuff. Reading the damn scouting report, covering 3-point shooters, boxing out, getting rebounds. The rebounds thing to me is, I know there's a lot of strategy that could go into that, but it's almost just a focus and an effort thing. Obviously just having focus and effort ain't gonna make you the best rebounding team in the NBA. But I guarantee you, if you put in effort, energy, and focus there, you're not gonna be one of the worst. And right now, we're one of the worst, man. And I don't think this is a team that you want to be one of the worst at. As far as that, let me see if I could find a Knicks statistically. I don't know what they are rebounding, but we can look at their depth chart and see who they got. As far as their big guys, because I know Anunoby gonna grab some boards. McHale is definitely gonna grab some boards. They got Mitchell Robinson over there. He gonna get some boards. Then you also on the scoring side, you got to worry about Jordan Clarkson. I forgot he was over there coming off the bench. Basically, they got their own version of Jordan Poole, and I'm pretty sure he's probably playing a lot better right now. So this is a tough one, Q. I would like for the Pels to get a dub, man, but I don't think we get it. I'm not sure this is the medicine that we need to end this losing streak. But I would definitely be happy if they won. I don't see a way for them to do it, because the Knicks have watched us play the Suns the last 2 games. I think they have a better roster and can duplicate the same style of play that the Suns just did to us and basically just win the game a similar way or more efficiently than the Suns did.
Yeah, this is the perfect game the Pelicans need to get right. It's an opponent that nobody's going to give them a shot against winning. Uh, you had a team, I think, right where the Pelicans should be in terms of winning at this point with the Phoenix Suns. Like I said, the Friday debacle with them missing free throws, unprofessional. Tonight's matchup, how they played, unprofessional, expensive player, 1 point. Guys they just didn't step up. This Knicks game it'll be perfect for them to reestablish themselves as a team that's serious about doing some positive stuff. You got to defend home turf. It's Monday. You got to handle up for the and finish strong for the rest of 25 going into 26. No ifs ands buts about it. So put handle your damn business. Now, of course, I don't. They're not going to win this game, obviously. And like you said, which team shows up. You got to trust who the team is right now. I mean, we've seen over the last 3 games the Pelicans play basically the same inept style, inconsistent, non-professional style for the last 3 games. Fighting up to a point but not completing the you know what I'm saying? What's the purpose of the fight and you don't fight enough? If you're not fighting for the win and knocking the other team out and taking the opportunity away, what good is the fight you're talking about? That's why I'm against all this nonsense about giving these guys credit in these efforts. You didn't fight hard enough to win the game. That's the point. And the Suns came in here and took 2 games. I'm going to say it again because that has to be, let this resonate through the support base, that the Pelicans let a team, the Phoenix Suns, come into their house, the same house the Pelicans won the majority of their games in this season, and kick them in their ass both of these games. One of which, the first game, they missed 17 effing free throws
Yeah, they kind of kicked
in
themselves
this.
in the ass the first game. To be
The
real.
bottom line is it's still a non-professional effort. The Cleveland game, you can kind of say, okay, it was this, they was tired, all this bullshit. But when the holidays hit, you come off the holidays, and then you miss 17 free throws in which the refs gave you 40 attempts, and you still lose the game. You walk out of it, with that. And then tonight, the way you lost the game, and they're talking about fighting, all this. The Phoenix Suns was fighting too. And at the end of the day, guess what they did? They took 2 home games back to back fashion from this damn team. So what I'm stuck with right now is 3 straight losses by the Pelicans that pretty much is sloppy, undisciplined, unprofessional, a low IQ basketball team in clutch moments, not knowing what to do to finish games, and other teams have people within the range of the game to close the damn game when it's called for. You see Booker with the ball in his damn hands, making the shots, making the passes to guys shooting 3-pointers to close the day, guys offensive rebounding, guys blocking shots, guys playing with the right mentality to close the game. We know Dylan Brooks is special. We know he got some type of mental issues going, but at the same time, he do enough to help his team win. What I'm saying is, as a team, y'all have to figure it out. This communication bullshit with them not understanding who they need to guard, not getting 3 points, and this is key. This happens all the time, especially over the last 3 games. The last 3 games, in the Cleveland game, they killed them shooting the ball. In the last 2 games, they killed them shooting the ball. This team relapsed too damn much. It's too many games that we've lost for them to relapse this fast. How isn't this information being retained in a way where it's leading to something? They act like they forget how to play basketball in the clutch time moments. We've been here before. We've lost enough to be able to understand what we need to do. But these people they don't have a memory. They don't have a consistent memory where they know, hey, man, guess what? This is what we effed up at. We need to not do this. They don't get it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't believe what they did previously. I'm taking what they did the last 3 games, which is play unprofessional ball, don't close out on the 3-point shot, confusion on the defense, confusion in the clutch time moments. Will it get better against the Knicks? They'll go out there and try. But in the end, the Knicks ain't playing. They're going to kick them in the ass too. So these people they got to figure it out. That's why I say Borrego. I was talking about, I like Coach Borrego, man, but listen, it's a difference when you get coaches in here that have a resume, that know what to say and do, and have the paperwork and the trophies behind them that make something, man. And that's what this team needs. This team needs somebody that been through this shit, that has the leadership ability to pull them through to the other side.
Yeah.
So that's what this is about. And I'm gonna say it's a loss, but at the end of the day, DC, the truth is the Knicks is the proper team that the Pelicans need to have to get this stuff right, because ain't nobody gonna give them a chance to win this game, including myself. That's all I got, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, and looking at these stats right here of the Knicks, you're looking at a team that's gonna come in. They're gonna put up 43 pointers, and they're gonna hit 38% of them. So, and on the flip side, with the rebounding, see, that's the shooting splits here. When you look at the players and you go in the rebounding column, they get 46 rebounds a game and 14 offensive rebounds on average. They may be a little wounded in that area because we're not sure Josh Hart gonna play, but he good for 8 rebounds, and then him coming back.
I think he's out, DC. I think he's out.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna be a little wounded in the rebounding area, but by him not playing. But this is not an easy matchup at all. And if they can beat this team, I think they're good enough. That would be good enough to ignite another little mini win streak. Because if they want to do anything worth having, or at least make things interesting for Atlanta, man, they're going to have some win streaks here or there. Nobody's expecting them to go on a 12, 15 game winning streak or anything crazy like that. Hopefully you could get up to 8, maybe 10. That's about the longest I see them going. If they can execute the little things, like you said, bro, and actually have a goddamn memory, because we watched this, man, but it's just one thing I just can't deal with, when the Pelicans get like amnesia and they just lose the same goddamn way repeatedly. I can't handle that. Yeah, it's okay if you try something different and it's like, okay, well, we plugged the hole with the second chance points and reboundings or whatever, and you do something else and you fail. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get your ass kicked the same way. You learn. But for them to go out the second night, man, and you just lose the same damn way. This is the type of shit, if people at the games, they stop going. Because it's almost like you either don't care or you care, and you're just so incompetent that it doesn't matter. It just looks like you don't care because you don't care enough to be more professional about handling your business, man.
I think you're right on that, bro. It's the not care enough, because that's the thing. It's the effort. The effort, like you have other teams like Phoenix, didn't make it easy for the Pelicans, and they're not supposed to. And we understand that. That's why you have to take the game away from these people. If you're in your building, if you're defending home, you got the crowd behind you, and the faithful showed up for these games. They showed up for both of those Suns games. And in the Pelicans, it come down to it, it's just the same stuff. These people don't have a memory worth a damn. They don't have a memory worth a damn. The studying, the communication issues that keep happening over and over again, and you got to keep preaching to them. Hey, man, you got to make sure y'all communicate to understand who needs to be here. This is your man, and I don't, and it's just like too many games and happen to this point for us to keep revisiting the same stuff. That's all I'm saying. Where's the memory? Where's the memory in this stuff? Like, you playing all these games. Hell, you're about to flip in a couple days, bro. We in 2026. So, I mean, all this is turning over and time is gliding away. You have to be able to take what you did up to this point, and you got to use it in a way to understand what you need to do. If they need to switch philosophy in terms of how they doing it with zone and man, all this kind of stuff, then they need to do it, because whatever they telling these guys is not sticking. They can't keep it. They can't keep it. So, I mean, this is what I got, man. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys. Shout out to y'all, DC. Appreciate y'all for being in the building, man. For this one, the Pelicans go down 3 straight. They're on a 3-game slide right now, man. We have a game. We got a game coming up next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the upcoming week. So it's not going to get any easier. So at some point, you're going to have to, instead of us, taking that approach, the Pelicans going to have to they're going to have to be professionals, man, in every game, play their asses off and outplay the other team. I don't care if they give them a shot or not. You got to take yours. We got all these guys. They are, they healthy. I know Poole's still dealing with an ankle or whatever he dealing with, or whatever he was dealing with. But Zion is here. Trey is there. Herb should be back soon. Sadiq is, for the great the deal of everything, we got the majority of our big money players available. We have them available, and this should be a better product than this, man. Come on. You got to figure this out. It has to be. It has to be. We got guys that's making a lot of money, and we not doing what we supposed to do here, man. It's just that's what's getting on my nerves. I'm tired of all of the stupidness with these people repeating these mistakes over and over again. And by the way, early next week, we should get another a really close update, DC. Not next week, but start of January. The 2nd is when they saying that DeJounte Murray,
we're gonna get
it's supposed to be January the 2nd or around that time frame. We should be hearing about it.
That ain't happening. We're gonna see him. We're gonna see him actually do an interview and talk about his injury and where he had stuff on January 2nd.
That's usually how they do it, but we'll see, bro. We'll see. It could help. Go ahead.
Shout out to Jessica, man. She had a question for us. She said, "You think they ever gonna put Zion back in with the starters? So in the starting unit." What's your thoughts on that, Big Q? And I'll give mine in my closing statements. And we'll
at some point you got to put him in the starting lineup if you're losing. What's the purpose, right? If you're winning without Zion and Williamson, without him being in the lineup, and that justifies his production and his minutes off the bench, then that's fine. But and my thing is this guy under a permanent minute restriction? How they treating him? Because if that's the case, then the bench lineup sits for him, because at least that way he's in that for certain periods of times. Like he finished the game tonight, and that's what matters to him. So that's a good question. But if you're losing, what's the benefit of having them off the bench if you're losing, man? I don't get that part of the game. So at some point you want to see Borrego adjust his lineups to some kind of way, figure that thing out, right? Because we'll see. But then again, DC, also you got the Herb Jones is a part of this thing too, because if Herb is healthy and Herb comes back, Herb and Sadiq back in the lineup, that also impacts Zion, because that lineup has a chemistry feeling to it where Herb and Trey and Sadiq playing together, man. Those guys look really, really good together, and the lineup works with those guys in that starting lineup together. So Herb's supposed to be coming back soon. If that's the case, that could also affect whether Zion gets into the starting lineup. Because like Borrego said himself, he said this in the previous press conferences that he mentioned. He talked about having more feelings toward what lineups work the best, and he really loves that lineup. That lineup is one that gets results. So Herb getting back with Sadiq and bringing Zion as a heavy-handed, force off the bench with 20 points and what he's doing right now, because his numbers are actually pretty decent, and he is playing in the clutch moments of the game. So we'll see how it goes. But if Herb's in there, I say no to Zion getting that starting lineup. Because Sadiq and Herb, I think that's one that Borrego prefers. Go ahead. You got it, bro.
I say yes. Zion will be back in the starting lineup regardless of Sadiq and Herb. But it's only going to come when they are fully, invested or sure about his minutes, about him being able to play unlimited minutes. Because the main reason for Zion being off the bench is not only because Sadiq was playing awesome, and we know all the things that Herb can do that nobody can do defensively. We need to find a way to get him out there too. Was the fact that Zion's coming back with these minute restrictions, and we've all seen it Somebody pointed it out last game in the comment section. I can't go through all the comments, my man. But he said we were up 5 and Borrego took Zion out. If he would have left Zion in the game, we would have won. Zion goes on these stretches and he will play terrific. He get really hot and then they take him out and sit him down, especially when he has these minute restrictions because he only has an allotted amount of minutes. They want to make sure you got enough minutes for late in the game. Sometimes it looks stupid coaching wise because of that, because by the time we get late in the game, we don't have a shot. And we're like, why weren't they playing Zion? So they came up with this idea to play him, towards the end of quarters where he can play his minutes without having to come in and out so much, being longer than 3 to 5 minute stretches. Sometimes you see Zion out there for 7 or 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I think once they can unleash him as far as his minutes, we'll see him go back to the starting lineup. And I think it's really that simple. The only thing that could stop that is if we're on another winning streak. You know what I'm saying? And we got things going now. I see you, my man. Jedi Connor. Yeah, Alexa's doing well. She got a lot of things going on with coaching our basketball team. She's been extremely busy, so that's why she hasn't been around for us doing the shows. But the other thing you touched on, Q, and I think we're seeing it real time for us, the coaching with James Borrego. Everybody's all excited and like when we're on a 5-game winning streak, extend him, sign James Borrego, don't make him an intern anymore. And now it's like, shit, like you say, we need championship experience. We need this and that. And I think ultimately at the end of this year, unless James Borrego does something phenomenal, we have to pivot, with coaching. Or at the very least, let's say they love James Borrego, we have to update our coaching staff, man. Because all of these problems that we talk about on a night-to-night basis that have been here, down to roster construction, down to still unintelligently switching, as you would call it, right? These things haven't really improved. And now we have somebody else that's not the head coach. You can see a difference. Obviously, with Borrego as coach, we've had the highest scoring, I believe, month in history and franchise history. Statistic they put up on the show tonight. But I would love to see what they say defensively, because our averages, shit, we probably give up more points than we do scoring. So that would. That would be real interesting to look at and point out. And I think Borrego can definitely do some things, but this is a tall order for any coach, man. We're gonna have to let him play out the season, see what comes of this. If anything, I'm ecstatic or proud of Borrego for the way that he's been developing our young players and allowing them to have that leash and being able to grow and learn, because we know no matter what happens this season, even if the Pels do by some chance make the playoffs and go on some type of run, shit, they could win a playoff series. All of it still doesn't really matter. Like we not winning nothing this year. And it ain't because, what if the Pels did turn around and they do all this like the Warriors, the Baron Davis Believe team and all this shit. I ain't never seen no teams like that win no championships. This ain't football. You don't get hot and go on a run and find yourself holding up the championship trophy. You know what I'm saying? You don't get the Larry O'Brien. I was about to say the Lombardi. But so no matter what happens, we still are not true contenders. So getting the young guys ready for the future, that's probably we like a year from being 2 years away. I think that's the most important thing. And then you move on to the offseason and see where it goes. But before any of that happen, we got to address the situation on Monday night, see what the Pels do, man. We facing the Knicks. We going in here. We don't know if Herb going to play. He was scheduled to be able to come back, the 29th? So maybe Maybe Herb suits up. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe Bryce McGowan is in the starting lineup. Maybe he ain't. Maybe Zion is starting. Maybe he ain't. But you'll find out the next time you see the Pels, and we're going to be here to talk about it.
I mean, at some point, a $39 million player you think would make it back to the starting lineup. The problem is you got the injury situation is availability issue, and he's going to, in my opinion, and it's just my thought, that he will remain under minute restriction for the foreseeable future until they get to a point where they feel really comfortable about him getting off that restriction. So that's why, I don't see him in terms of him being a full-time starter, and they liking him in that role because they're getting a lot of value. Like, he's very impactful for what he do in the time that they're allotting him. So they'll monitor him. But like I said, man, it's that availability issue, man, that we've been witnessing all this time for him being here. And it's just simply what it is right now. Shout out to y'all, man, for being in the stream, man. We'll see how they handle it because they got to switch up the lineup some kind of way. We'll see what he do, man. Maybe desperation will put him in there. I don't know. We'll see because Borrego got to do something, man. The way they losing these games, especially the last two losses to the Suns, is ridiculous, man. It's totally unprofessional. They got to do something. They got to shake something up. They got to shake something loose. They got to do something different. Really, for real, man. They got to do it fast. So anyway, that's all we got for y'all. We appreciate y'all being in this episode of PPR. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. LSU lost too, by the way, 38-35. They just lost to Houston. Hope that the Saints get that win against the Titans tomorrow, man, because my goodness, man, we can't get no good sporting on down here in Louisiana. We're going to holler at y'all on the next one. Much love. Peace. Go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly die, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation. Stay in the NO, you stay in the know.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit.